And now we turn to Colin Dawson, who's a yacht insurance broker, and he founded Expat Marine. Colin was one of the founding members of APSA and also the first chairman of APSA. He did that for 5 years before Nigel took the helm. He's going to tell us some of the history of APSA and how APSA was born. Colin, over to you.
Thank you, Susie, and welcome again to everyone to this session. The Asia-Pacific has always been a mecca for anyone wanting to cruise long distances, a much more old-fashioned style of being able to be on your own in bays and beautiful stretches of coastline. And for decades, it was the Caribbean and the Mediterranean that were the key focus points of the superyacht industry. And Asia Pacific was really kind of missing out, apart from those who were brave enough to venture further afield. It became very clear that in order to promote the region, we needed one unit really with one voice that could speak on behalf of countries and companies in the Asia Pacific. And at the 2010 Superyacht Conference in Singapore, there was a wide call from all the delegates that we really needed to do something about this. Probably with one or two glasses of wine too many, YP, Loke, Gareth, Twist, and myself late that evening decided that we would take this on and we would create the Asia-Pacific Superyacht Association. We kind of semi-announced that at the conference, and then we very quickly brought Jean-Jacques Levine and Simon Turner on board with their experience, JJ's experience with the Singapore Superyacht Association, and Garen Simon's experience with being chairman of the conference. Obviously, there are a lot of contacts there and a lot of experience as to how we should go forwards with this. Initially, the association was going to be an association of associations, trying to bring each country's associations together to try and speak with one voice. But we quickly realized that wasn't going to work. Firstly, it was very political. Secondly, we realized that associations have very little money. So that certainly meant if we were an association of associations, we weren't going to have any money. And thirdly, there weren't actually that many countries that had yachting associations, particularly countries that were going to be up and coming in the region, such as Cambodia and Laos, etc., Vietnam, and many other countries, particularly islands in the Pacific. So it would have been a very one-sided weight to the more popular, the larger countries in the region. So we set about putting something together that could involve the industry, involve owners, and involve associations through the region. And we were determined that we were going to get this set up absolutely properly so we could launch and run with the program. It took a year to get set up, and then we eventually launched in April 2011. We very quickly started talking to countries about their visa requirements, the charter issues, and I seem to remember that we initiated the program in Thailand to talk about loosening restrictions on charter yachts, which other people then took on, and I think nowadays that's a lot more successful than it has been in years gone by. I'm really pleased that the association has grown from what we started off as a very small group of people really going around to yacht shows around the world and conferences talking about the region, to the number of members we've got now and the committee that is in place now. Certainly APSA is on the map. It's certainly something that is talked about all over the world, and I think genuinely we can pat ourselves on the back as a whole association to say that we've actually really pushed the Asia Pacific as a cruising destination, and that can be really clearly seen by the number of super yachts both visiting Asia, number of super yachts being bought by people in Asia, being cruised all over the world, and the charter industry, how it's growing. And personally, I'm very happy that the baton was passed to Nigel in 2015, 2016, and it's good to see APSA going from strength to strength. Susie, back to you.